Oh, come on. How's that? There we go. We got some bloody sound. We'll do that again, shall we? We'll do that again. I'll do the intro again. There we go. How are we all doing? Sorry about that. Little issue with the sound there. Do forgive me. I thought I'd restart. We'd do it again, play the intro again, go through it all again. How about that? I was just saying that let's move that, make that straight. I enjoyed doing this on Thursday last week. I'm not going to say this is going to be a weekly thing because it's nice to have the odd free evening from time to time. But yeah, I enjoyed doing the Thursday stream. So yeah, I'm doing another one. I hope everyone's well. Here's how my team is currently shaping up. So I'm looking like this. Nixie, I can't believe it, mate. I can't believe it. It looks like this. We got Raya in goal, Gabriel, Tarkowski, who's gonna be. I'm gonna change it up. Tarkowski, Rodon, Njai, Bruno Fernandes, Saka, Semenyo, Enzo Fernandez, João Pedro, and Erling Haaland. Now, I'm going to make 2 free transfers this week. I'm going to sell James Tarkowski in order to get Guéhi. I'm going to buy Mark Guéhi. And then we're going to sell João Pedro and we're going to get Jean-Philippe Mateta. Those are the 2 moves this week that I'm going to make. It doesn't feel wholly comfortable selling James Tarkowski with his DEFCON potential, but at the same time, I think it all makes sense to me to make those transfers. Guéhi, are you sure Richards will be fine, Nixie? Have you got confirmation that he's fit and ready to go? I'm not full of confidence that Richards will be fit for the weekend. I've got to say. Who else have we got in the chat then? Mohammed Hashir. Yeah, sorry about my mute. Ethan Nash. Yeah, cheers everyone for telling me I didn't have any sound. Lalix, it's good to see you, my mate. Mateus, hello. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm doing well. Kudus or Bowen? That's an interesting decision because they're different positions. So deciding between the two, are you saying who to start this week? I mean, I'd consider a bench boost if you're in that position. Yeah, Everton could have a double game week, but the double game week, we've got information on that. So this is the potential double game week that we've got. So we could have a double game week, sort of game week 16 time. But I'm not making a transfer, mate. I'm not making a transfer for 6 game weeks time. I'm not doing that. This is the Ben Krellin info. Double won't happen. It's confirmed. Is that actually confirmed? See, I did the graphics before work this morning. I was like, oh, look at this. I've got the latest news on the fixtures. And then, is it not happening? Is that confirmed? Just go on the mighty Ben Krellin's Twitter and find out. Yeah, so it's not said it won't happen, but he's less sure. He's less sure. Yeah. You don't think it's confirmed, but it's more likely. I don't think it is likely. Dale spoken to the Prem, has he? I don't think it'll happen. But even if it happens in game week 16, right? I'm not going to make transfers in game week 10 with game week 16 in mind. I'm quite happy to sell Tarkowski for Guéhi. And then if I want to get an Everton defender back in, I'll just buy Michael Keane in game week 16. Like, I don't, it could even be time to free hit, right? And you just get 3 Everton, you know what I mean? Yeah. Exactly. We get 5 free transfers in game week 16. That's when it happens. So yeah. Someone asked the question about when you get your AFCON transfers. It's then. Bench Enzo or Semenyo? Whoa. Have you got a bench boost left? I would probably bench Semenyo. Yeah, probably would. Although, mate, on your head be it, because benching one of those players is only going to go one way for you, mate. It's only going to go one way for you. Start Reinders or Rodon? Probably Reinders. I think I'd always favour the attackers in FPL. But there is a good case to pick Rodon. There is a good case to pick Rodon. Would you sell Saka to get Mateta? You know what? So I had Gyökeres in Game Week 8. I sold him for Saka in Game Week 9. They both, like, obviously blanked in those weeks. I'm now of the mind where I don't even want an Arsenal attacker anymore. I've had enough. So is like triple Arsenal defence the way to go, and you just don't have Saka. So I actually think selling Saka to get Mateta is not horrendous at all. It's good to see you, Holly. Everyone's, I don't know if anyone else sees this as well, but everyone in the chat now on YouTube, they used to come up as their, I don't know, I've got my AirPod in my hand. They used to come up as their name, and now they're coming up as like their username. So some people, it's quite hard to keep track of who they are. But yeah. Do you think Teal for Newcastle is nailed? No, but he's playing well, and the injuries that Newcastle have sort of force him into the team. So I wouldn't be against picking him, I've got to say. So Nixie, you are Nixie404 on YouTube. Lalix is Lalix9988. Everyone's got their usernames as opposed to their names now. Think Munoz/Sarr can cover Mateta. No, I just think Mateta's the best Crystal Palace option, and Nketiah did his hamstring yesterday as well. So I just think that just means Mateta's minutes are even more secure. Who is the best pick out of Calafiori and Timber? I would always say Timber. I think of the 4 Arsenal defenders that are currently getting the minutes, Calafiori is the most at risk of being rotated. For me, I prefer Timber. Yeah, I think I prefer Timber. Reinders to Ndai for a hit. I really like Iliman and Jai, but I'm not sure I'd take a hit to do it. Holly bought in Mateta for Pedro last week. Good move. What did Mateta do last week? No, he played Arsenal, didn't he? Yeah, much for muchness. I have to ask you, Holly, by the way, did I ever ask you what got you into FPL? Do tell. Thoughts on Ruta? He's not bad. I just think if I was going to pick a Brighton player, I'd pick Minte, to be honest. Will Porro start? Yeah, probably. Voltemada or Mateta on a free hit? Both. I think if I was on a free hit, mate, I would pick both. I play 3 up front, Voltemada, Haaland, and Mateta. I think I play the 3. I think that's really strong. Why don't you move? I don't have the money, mate. I've got nothing in the bank at the moment, so I actually need to find money in order to get Mateta. So the only way I can do that is by downgrading Tarkowski. So I'd like to get Munoz, but I just can't. I think it's one of Gahey and Richards, and I think I prefer Gahey. I would play Rodon, mate. Leeds are 5th in the league for expected goals conceded at the moment. They're semi-decent defensively. They have conceded more goals than that, but yeah. Thinking Welbeck. I just don't think it's the best fixture. I'd go Voltemada, Mateta, Haaland, mate. Thoughts on Senesi to Munoz? I don't hate it. I do just think Senesi is just a set and forget, really. Isn't Mateta and João Pedro? No, Mateta's gone up to bloody 7.7 million now, is Mateta. Whereas João Pedro's sell price is 7.5, mate, unfortunately. Bro, -4 Pedro to Mateta. I probably wouldn't take a hit for any of those moves. Holly is 6 years deep. Wow, just never tried. What got you into it? Have you only been watching the channel? Oh, last year, yeah. My dad's always played fantasy football. I think when I was 6 or 7 years old, in his little work mini league he did on Sun Dream Team, he created a team for me, and so I played fantasy football when I was like 6 years old. And then as soon as I turned 18, I started playing Sky Sports fantasy football with him. And then, for whatever reason, after COVID, I was left with, just little to do like most of us had. So I really got into fantasy football at that point. Started a podcast called the Golden Goal Fantasy Football Podcast with my mate Sam. That went on for a couple of years. And then I moved to Bristol. And then I thought, I'm going to start making content about FPL. And there we are today. That's how it's all come about. Captain Voltemade, or I'd go Haaland, mate. I think there's 2 captain options this week. That's Haaland and Gabriel. Mateta feels overrated. I'm not sure I can say Mateta is overrated. You've been in the game for, Holly, nearly 22 years, that'll be. You said you were stopping last year. I'm sorry for your loss. Absolutely. That's a great cause. Do share it. Is there a charity, Holly? Do share it in the chat. Why no Newcastle defence on your wildcard video? Because I don't want to pick them, mate. Quite simple. I don't want to pick them. What are our thoughts then on in the chat? What are your thoughts on a Gabriel captaincy this week? Is anyone considering a Gabriel captaincy this week? Yeah, do share the charity, Holly. Because yeah, I think we could help use this. We could use the channel to help promote it, basically. Nixie, I think everyone's waiting until Saturday to bring him in. You prefer Saka? I'm quite excited to have Saka in my team. Yeah, the only thing for me with Gabriel, right, is the like most emotionally painful way of playing FPL is to have a defender that you're waiting to keep a clean sheet, and you'll watch that Arsenal game and you'll just be begging for them to keep a clean sheet for 97 minutes or however long the game goes on for. If you watch it, it's even worse. And then all that needs to happen, right? You can be the best defense in the world, but it can just be an odd deflection or a mistake or just something shitty that happens during the game and Burnley score. And Lyle Foster up front for Burnley. They got Jadon Anthony, who's been pretty good this season. They could nick it. They could not nick the game, but they could just nick a goal, right? It's not out of the realms of possibilities. And I just think Haaland against Bournemouth, yeah, just go for him. Just go for him. That's my thoughts on the Arsenal defence anyway. I very rarely captain defenders in FPL, I've got to say. Right, we'll move on. So that's my team. That's the transfers I'm going to make. So we've got a couple bits of data that I think is useful from Rob TFPL and Solio. Do you want to see my Halloween costume, actually? Shall I show you my Halloween costume? I'm really proud of it. If you give me 30 seconds off camera, I can put my Halloween costume on. How about that? Does anyone want to see it? I'm buzzing. All right, give us 5 minutes. Oh, give us 30 seconds. I have to go off camera because it involves getting changed, and no one wants to see that. There you go. We're going as a referee, ladies and gentlemen. I've even got a FIFA card booklet, look, with a pen on it as well, so I can book you if anyone's horrible in the chat. I'm going to book you. But yeah, I found a referee's t-shirt on Amazon for £10, and it came a referee starter pack, which came with this fantastic little book. I've even got a full on referee booklet. There you go. Roger that, Holly. I will keep. Hang on, let me try and save that somewhere. I'm going to take this referee costume off in a sec. I feel like it's quite contrasting what I'm doing now compared to what you're telling me about with your charity. So I do apologise. Probably not the best timing for a Halloween costume. Bear with. I'm just going to save. I'm just going to save it. And then I'm going to get changed again. My pleasure, Holly. We'll work out. We'll have a think about a way we could best promote that. Awesome. Right, I'm going to be in the club on Saturday night. Everyone's getting a yellow card, mate. Everyone's getting a booking. Right, give me 30 seconds to take this all off. Also, does anyone know what this? I think it's an American referee, right? But it came with this. Does anyone know what that is? I think I've got a fucking flag, right? Hang on, we got to complete the outfit. No, I've just got this thing. What is that? What does that do? Anyway, sorry, it's not FPL chat. Kudus or Cunha? I would say Cunha. There you go. We're back. It's an American. Oh, right. I've got the American football referee, have I? Oh, well. We're kind of crossing sports in a way, but I also thought if I go full Premier League ref, people might struggle to know what I am. So we've gone for the black and white top. Flags are used in yeah, okay. Paquetá to Mbumo, Anthony to Star, and Tarkowski to Van der Ven. There's also a WWE ref as well, isn't it? I tell you what, I like all the moves. The move I don't like there is Tarkowski to Van der Ven. I think I'd buy a Palace defender. I think I'd buy Mark Gahey, excuse me, if you can afford him. But yeah, I like all those moves. Apart from the defender. So yeah, hopefully that helps. So we got some teams to target while I was pissing about with my costume. So interestingly, over the next 5 weeks, the top team for both projected goals and clean sheet odds is Arsenal, which is interesting because I don't necessarily back Arsenal to score all that many goals, but the Sodio data has them as top. Man City second, both for clean sheets and projected goals. Liverpool third. Man United are fourth for projected goals, which is interesting. Newcastle fifth, Chelsea sixth. You can see all the teams there. Top 5 for clean sheet odds: Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle, Crystal Palace. So outside like the big four, the big four, it's Crystal Palace in terms of clean sheet odds. So it's just further giving fuel to the fire that I'm going for Gahey this week, I think. So yeah, 2 secs. Yeah, mate, I think Kudus to Sarr is doable tonight. I don't think there's going to be any risk, is there? As long as you think Sar's going to start, I think it's fine. Van der Ven in this week is very much points chasing, in my opinion. Reinders and Senesi to Sar and Truffert. Reinders and Senesi. Yeah, you're probably going to have to do it, aren't you? If you've got the transfers, it probably makes sense. I just don't like... I just really like Senesi. Unless there's a way to keep him and downgrade someone else. That's probably what I'd do. Is it a mistake having no Newcastle/Chelsea on wildcard, given the fixtures coming up? Not really. I think you can go without them. I do. Not because they're not good, but because there's other good options, and there's not like an outstanding Chelsea player. I've got Enzo Fernandez in my team, but I don't know. I think you can go without him if you want to. You could pick Ismail Assar instead. Essex Carpet Cleaning Co. I am good, my friend. And here we got projected goals and clean sheet odds just for this week. Arsenal, Brighton, Man United, Liverpool, Man City, Newcastle, Palace, the top projected scorers. And Arsenal, 52% to keep a clean sheet against Burnley. So the bookies have got them saying that they're more likely than not to keep a clean sheet, which is wild. Brighton, Liverpool, Man City, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Newcastle, Sunderland and Everton are the other teams with good clean sheet likelihoods. The Sunderland-Everton game is, the bookies are saying it's basically a 0-0. I know the projected goals is 1, but you know what I mean. I also feel like 52% clean sheet odds, 0.66 projected goals is literally the lowest, the highest clean sheet odds and the lowest projected goals that I've seen so far this season. So yeah. Arsenal feels like 80%. It certainly does, mate. It certainly does. I'll stay live for another few minutes. We'll finish up at 8 because I've got a couple of things to sort out tonight. But yeah, keep your questions coming in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like rating on the stream. All that jazz. I'm looking forward to a slightly later deadline stream on Saturday as well, because the FPL deadline's at 1:30, which is glorious. Means I can don't have to get up super early to stream. How good's that? Caicedo, Reinders and Porro to Mateta, Sarr and Potts. Freddie Potts. I don't mind the moves as long as you can bench Potts. And I would actually say, what position is Potts? Because I think Krupa Jr. or King are better minimum price players in their respective positions. I'd just go King from Fulham, mate, rather than Potts. Bench Semenyo or Minte. Semenyo this week. I think I'd bench Semenyo this week. It's hardcore, though, benching Semenyo, isn't it? Bloody hell. Njai or Minte? Njai. I love Njai as an option in FPL with his multiple routes to points. How good he seems to be as a player. I think Njai is brilliant. Can't believe you still got one, mate. Bruno's awesome. I'm not having it on Bruno, mate. I am pure Bruno propaganda. That is what I am. Pure, unadulterated Bruno propaganda. That's what I do. Don't see any reason Sarr wouldn't start next week. Yeah, makes sense, mate. Do it. If you want me to say anything, I'd say do it. You've talked yourself into it. I think the move makes sense. I think it makes sense. Bench Semenyo or Keane? Oh my god. Oh, I mean, I bench Keane in that one. Very British. Oh, I am British, mate. Palace fixture congestion. It is a joke. But if you were to tell me, right, in a really congested period of fixtures for Crystal Palace, right, who are the 2 players that are probably going to play the most minutes in the Premier League? Bar Dean Henderson, who are going to play the most minutes, right? It's going to be Mark Gahey and Mateta. And December is enough weeks away where I'm not necessarily... We'll play it by ear, basically. Good evening, Lee Fisher. Gordon to Mbumo. Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Yeah, Chelsea defence not bad, but I just think with the fact Arsenal are so good, Crystal Palace are cheaper and got these good fixtures coming up. And then you could fill out the rest of your defence with dirt cheap defenders. Like that, you could pick 2-4 million defenders in FPL right now. Yeah, I'd agree with you, Nixie. No thoughts on buying Sarr? No, mate. I made that move early last week by buying Enzo Fernandez. Pete, would you still go for Enzo on wildcard? I'm going to sound like such a dirty fence sitter, but genuinely, I think Enzo Fernandez versus Ismaila Sarr is a complete 50-50. I made the move last week because Sarr had Arsenal last week, and the fixture last week was kind of the difference maker between the two. But honestly, this week going forward, I have no idea. I'd have Njai over both. And then, it's between the two. I'll probably make the 2 moves on my deadline stream, Mohammed. It doesn't look like Gahey or Mateta are going to go up in price today. I'll just do one check just to make sure. I'll just do one check. But I think we're all good. So David Raya is going to go up. Oh, João Pedro is going to go down. Oh, Mateta's going to go up. Yeah, it does. It does affect me. I'm going to have to make the moves tonight, aren't I? I think it's just safe to make the moves, isn't it? Like Gahey and Mateta, there's nothing wrong with them. I think I'm going to make the moves. I'm going to make the moves. I'm going to make the moves. Let's just check. Just double check Gahey's DEFCON. Cheers, Holly. I appreciate that. It's like the devil on my shoulder telling me to make the moves. He's not bad for DEFCON, is he? His attack and returns this season, Gahey's, have just been a joke, haven't they? The Gahey attacking returns won't... You say they won't continue, but they've been ridiculous from set pieces of Palace. What about Lacroix? I don't like Lacroix. Let's have a look at Lacroix. This is a bit of bonus content for you, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it? You get to see me make my early transfers. Lacroix, what's his DEFCON numbers like? Oh, 11 per game. Fuck, he got 21 last week. Jesus. Net 1 assist. Oh, big. I want Gahey, mate. I want Gahey. I'm sorry. I want Gahey. Mark, you're coming in, brother. Mateta and Gahey. 0.4 in the bank. Should we do it, ladies and gentlemen? I'm checking price. Yeah, but the price change isn't really too much for me. But the only thing is, if João Pedro goes down in price and Mateta goes up. Oi, Nixie, that's rude. And Mateta goes up, I'm in trouble. But I only lose 0.2. So I still have 0.2 in the bank, even if I don't do it. You know what? No. I'm going to wait. I don't see the point. I don't see the point. Even if they do go up, it's not going to hurt me. I'd rather wait and see if Richards is fit, I think. I'd rather wait and see if Richards is fit. Because if Richards is fit, he's probably better than Gahey, let's be honest. The only reason I'm picking Gahey is because he's definitely going to play. Yeah, I agree, Nixie. I'm waiting. See Holly telling me to go ahead and make the moves, eh? What else could happen? So yeah, looks like I'm going to use live FPL as well. Bear with. I'm just going to see what live FPL has to say as well, because they're pretty good at price changes. I'm just going to use 2 tools. Prices. I don't need a coat. I'm all good for coats. So they've got Saar going up tonight. Oh, they've got João Pedro going down tonight. Yeah, I can't do Pedro to Mateta though because I don't have the money. I've got nothing in the bank. So yeah, Pedro's going to go down in price tonight. But it's only 0.1. Did someone say Mateta got a knock yesterday as well? Is that truly? Obviously, Ismail Assar absolutely killed him. Excuse me. Oh, and Ketia came off. Mateta came on. Yeah, played 45. I'm pretty content. I think I prefer Dan Burn, mate, just for security of minutes. I wouldn't do Kudus to Sarr as a -4. I wouldn't do it. I'd just keep Kudus. I could get Voltamada, but nah, I prefer Mateta. Yeah, I know Nketiah got the hamstring injury, so it's not. Mateta's fit, isn't he? He's ready to go. As you know, if I don't make the move now, I'm losing 0.1 million. Would I rather lose 0.1 million or wait and see if Richards is fit? That's my decision. What do we reckon? Do we make the move now? Because for making the move, I'm going to be 0.1 million better off by the looks of it. Oh, what? Yeah, Mohammed, you're reckless though, bro. I can't be doing moves on Sunday when they've got games. Oh, Gahey's going to go up as well. Oh, so Gahey's due up in price. Mateta's due up in price. Both of those look like they're going to happen before the deadline. And Mateta and João Pedro is going to go down. I think I've got to make the moves, haven't I? Because, yeah, look. Mateta's going up. Gahey's going up. Pedro's going down. So that's 0.3 million I could be losing. Yeah, screw it. Making the moves. Can't believe it, but Tarkovsky's going, mate. Richards. Ooh, hello. Mateta, you're in. You're in, brother. Deep breath. It's done. There we go. Moves have been made, ladies and gentlemen. Moves have been made. So that's my new team. She looks pretty good, doesn't she? Raya, Gabriel, Gahey, Rodon, Iliman Njai, Bruno Fernandes, Saka, Semenyo, Enzo, Mateta and Haaland. And you know what? I feel quite happy with that. That's a bombshell to end the stream on, isn't it? I made my moves. The only reason I didn't go for Chris Richards is even if he plays at the weekend, I would be a little bit worried about this hamstring injury. Oh, sorry, the calf injury. Bristol City, my club, scarf there, have a player that's had a calf injury and it's reoccurred multiple times. So I just don't like it. So with that in mind, I'm going Gahey. And yeah, we'll see how we go. Cool. I think that's everything. 40 minutes. Covered things. Did some transfers. If you haven't already, please leave a like rating on the stream. Yeah. I wish you the best of luck for your decisions. And I will be back for the deadline stream on Saturday morning. Saturday morning UK time. Might not be in the morning wherever you live. But yeah, we made the moves. Gosh. Right, I'll see you later.